Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
If you missed the key word this hour, we'll give it to you again in about 4 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 for the golden ticket, your chance to get into everything we do for an entire year. Well, school districts starting in a staggered way in our listening area because we reached so far. I mean, in theory, we reached the whole world because you can listen to Brian and Kenzie on the app, the Q101 app or the iHeartRadio app, or sitting at your desktop computer, or like that guy that was at the Cubs game they keep showing in the bleachers. On a laptop with a mouse, you could listen to it that way. You can listen to it on a smart speaker. And if you can't do it live any of those ways, you can just listen to the Brian and Kenzie podcast anytime you want. So there's no way you can miss something on the show at all. But it's school time. And CPS started Monday. There were some other districts last week. And then Kenzie's son's district starts today up in Elgin. But you're even saying there's different districts in Elgin that staggered in a different way.
Yeah, there's not one school district in Elgin. There's a few.
It's kind of funny because maybe my memory's wrong of growing up, but I just thought everybody in my area started at the same time.
I have to be honest, there is a house across the street from us that's in a different school district, which is insane.
See, I don't know what's going on.
Like, our kids are waving at each other like different bus. Like, it's so weird.
Still summer for me, sucker.
It's so weird.
They're giving these kids the finger as he's going on the bus.
Double birds
well,
up.
Because we were actually, there was like this really cool house that we were actually interested in. We went to go look at it. It is less than a 30-second drive from our house, and we just wanted to see it. Yeah. And it's a different school district. We're like, are you serious? We're like, can they just let us go to the same school though? Since it's like right there.
I had friends in other districts. I thought we all started on the same day, and maybe that's my not remembering it right. I don't know.
So, I mean, obviously, like, also, like, the smaller the community, like, the more in the area. Like, this area has just grown a lot. That's the issue.
So, Kenzie, in one of the commercial breaks here, she called her son to make sure he got the right lunch. And then she told, us what she offered him for lunch this morning before she came into work.
Yes. So
gave him 3 choices.
Last night, because I packed the lunches the night before, and if you want something warm, I just set that aside on a plate, and I tell my husband specific heating instructions. Everything else is packed, everything cold, it's already in there. Again, microwavable plate, thermos out. I keep it very simple. Like, do this for 2 minutes, put it in the backpack.
That's if he chose the hot option.
Right. So last night I'm like, okay, honey, like, what do you want, for school lunch? Because I have packed my son's school lunch every year of his life except last year, 5th grade. I had the baby. I was coming in for the morning show. My husband's like, you know what? I could do this. And boy, did I hear about it because my son hated every lunch that was packed the entire year. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it back on, honey. Sorry about that.
He threw a piece of beef jerky at him and said, have at it, kid. Good luck at school.
What's going on with these lunches? My husband did not pack fun stuff.
Yeah.
It was often the same thing, not a lot of variety and or choices. So I'm back in business. Anyways,
so before we find out what he chose and what disappointed myself and Case dramatically, like I don't know if I can look at Tristan the same way next time I see him going forward.
It's a weird feeling to be pissed at an 11-year-old, but I'm pissed at an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
oh my God.
So tell us the 3 choices you gave him, which is incredible to a mother to give somebody 3 choices for lunch.
Because I feel like I have this image where I get called out for having a privileged upbringing sometime, but I wasn't getting 3 options presented to me for lunch every day.
No. That's what I had. I mean, I wasn't like, it's like I could make these 3 things, so why not let him pick? I was going to make one of them anyways.
But most moms might just make one option and say, take it, eat it, or if you don't like it, there's kids starving in Africa. So think about that. Like on Sunday.
He received that for an entire year last year. So I was like, all right, let's get back to like having some fun with the food. Okay.
Okay, so before we get to the disappointing option, please tell us the 3 options that you gave him for lunch today for his first day of school.
So his 3 choices, now of course I made homemade chocolate chip cookies last night, so those were going in. Those are my great-grandma's recipes, obviously.
Hey, thanks for the invite. Really enjoyed those cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I mean, I don't think all of them went into his lunchbox. She's here. Why didn't you bring any maybe extras in?
Nobody would just make 3 cookies. That would be insane. Surely you could share some with, I don't know, your coworkers.
I did not bring you guys any cookies. Sorry about it.
Okay. Noted.
So I made homemade chocolate chip cookies. I cut up a fresh watermelon last night, so he's that. Then he has some chips. So I knew that was all going in the lunch. So
that would have gone into any 3 of the options.
Yes.
Okay.
These were, so he's got his favorite chips, homemade chocolate chip cookies, and a bunch of watermelon. Okay.
And watermelon would be his. I found that to be interesting. Did he ask for the watermelon?
He loves watermelon.
Okay, all right.
He's a big watermelon guy. And you can only do that one for so long. He's got a whole year of lunches coming up. So
Yeah.
I require one fruit and or vegetable. He knows that.
Because I don't know, maybe if he's faking it, but if that's my options there. I'm walking to the garbage can and throwing away the watermelon.
Before you sit down and eat. You don't even want it near your food.
It's that drive-by to the big can in the lunchroom.
I'm going to tell you something even weirder about my son right now, okay? You want to know what part of the watermelon he wants?
The crust?
He wants it to be really white. So when you take like the part off and then you have all that white before like the juicy part,
Yeah.
that's what he wants. He's like, I don't like when it's all squishy. I like the hard white part. I'm like, okay. So he's got white watermelon in his lunch.
Okay, so watermelon, cookies, what was the other thing that's always in there?
And some chips. So he's
And
going to
some
have
chips.
that. Those are his sides.
What
So,
brand of chips? I need to know.
Today is Doritos. We have the big like
Ooh.
we get like the fun size thing from Costco.
The
so it's
variety
like
pack?
Yeah, you know, so we can always throw a little something different in
Funyuns,
there.
sour cream and onion, barbecue chips. I'm
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah,
I
we're-
know what
we're
you're talking
rolling
about.
deep,
Yeah.
okay?
You've had a good year.
Okay.
I will say you get a bite of that watermelon, you throw in a Dorito. That's a good combo crunch there.
You know, a lot of contrast there.
Contrast.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
at
yeah.
the white watermelon crunchy part, and then the Doritos crunch.
We're having fun over here. Okay.
So those are
Lemon large.
those are all the three options. Now the choices.
Okay, so the entree, if you will, options were ham sliders on Hawaiian rolls.
What else is on? What's on those besides just ham?
He's gonna be particular, so I could do anything. I could do. I have a really yummy sweet and spicy mustard. I have regular mustard, and I have mayo. But if you wanted something else, like I could figure it out, I got everything going on here. He could have pickles, he could have lettuce, he could have tomato, or he could have it plain. So he'd probably want it plain, but
So there was a lot of options on the screen in your kitchen. He could have added on
Yeah.
to the sliders.
Because if he chooses slider, then we do the breakdown of, then it turns into Subway. I'm like, all right, what do you want on this slider?
Okay, that was option one.
Okay. Option two, and by the way, people asking about the mustard, look up Arizona Heat mustard. It is the best one you ever had. I don't like mustard, and I like that one. So look it up.
Wow, I don't
fantastic.
know that mustard, and I'm a mustard guy.
I'm telling you, it's the best that's ever existed. It's very good. It's like a sweet heat.
$4.95 for a 12-ounce bottle, gluten-free and kosher, Arizona Heat mustard. I was going to suggest a horseradish because around 11 is when I got into horseradish. I remember it very clearly.
I
but,
can whip up a horseradish.
Oh, God, you're the perfect woman. Anyways, all right. Ham
it.
sliders.
What do you want in a slider, baby?
Ham
Garlic
sliders.
Al, what are we talking?
Ham sliders was option one. Option
Yes.
two.
Meatballs with a garlic breadstick.
What?
That was option two.
That's an adult dinner.
Yeah, he's going to tuck in with a little napkin on his collar.
Is he walking luncheon with a top hat?
He sets out his briefcase.
His
Out comes a
His
meatball.
three-piece suit?
His monocle. He looks like Mr. Peanut.
Oh, boy. So gym class was rough. I got to get my lunch here.
A little something to take the edge off as he's smoking the breadstick.
Yeah. Opens up a scotch, pours it out there.
Oh, I'm learning Algebra 1 today. Oh, no.
Not looking forward to this homework later. Got to take my work home with me.
Oh my God.
Meatballs and breadsticks. Wow.
So that was option two.
That's fantastic.
I'm moving in.
You're right. And then option three, he had for lunch. This is Tristan's options for lunch for school, and me and Case disappointed with the choices. You've heard two of them. This is option three.
Ramen noodles.
So ramen noodles probably in that thermos you're talking about, the hot thing.
Yeah,
set
so
up.
I'd keep it in a nice little noodle, little noodle soup, if you will.
Well,
a
I don't
little
know.
Option.
Some high schools today are ridiculous. I pictured maybe he just takes the packet in and there's a microwave there in the lunchroom. There's not that in
I
high
would not
schools?
trust him to even do that.
Okay.
That would end up bad.
Okay, so those are three great options.
There you
Two
go.
really great ones.
Two phenomenal options and a third option.
And then what did he choose for his lunch today for the first day of school?
He wanted ramen.
I can't tell you how disappointed I am in Tristan when you gave those other options. If it was just ramen, fine. Eat the damn ramen,
Yeah,
go to
fine.
school, learn something. Come home and do some chores. He had an option of ham sliders with whatever he wants on them.
And Brian, when Kenzie told us this, we didn't even know about the mustard.
No.
The mustard changes everything.
And all you had to say was Hawaiian rolls and I'm in.
You had me at Hawaiian rolls.
Then the next one was for the president, meatballs and breadsticks for lunch with, by the way, watermelon, chips, and
Cookies.
Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Option 2, I'm torn on 1 and 2. But 2 is insane. 2 would probably cost $42 at Gibson's. That's set up for a lunch.
He sits there like a woman in a dress. You go, what's her story?
Yeah. Can you bring a bottle of a Merlot over here? God. And he chose ramen noodles, which I got through college because I was a broke ass with ramen noodles. I'm sure they're delicious ramen noodles, but still, he chose ramen noodles with that. What's going on with Tristan?
What's wrong with him?
I don't. You guys, this is like what kids do though. You make these awesome meals. They're like, I don't know. Can I have buttered bread? You're like, okay, cool.
Now, we're getting a lot of texts coming in. I see Scott checking in from Franklin Park, who said, my daughter loves ramen noodles. Not dissing ramen noodles. They're delicious.
Yeah, they're good. It's a good lunch option,
But,
you know.
But when you give those other 2 options, it's garbage, the ramen noodles.
We're overlooking Hawaiian rolls.
Hawaiian rolls with, I'm guessing, you didn't mention the ham brand. What'd you get? Is it Boar's Head or what do you got?
Yeah, I went to the counter, you know.
So it was freshly sliced from the counter. It wasn't packaged ham.
I need a boot if it was wrapped in a Hawaiian roll, and she's offering a ham slider? What are we doing here?
We got another text from Franklin Park that said, girl, I'm disappointed.
Martin texted in and said, could I put the meatballs on the Hawaiian roll?
Oh my God, he could have had a meatball sub, my favorite food.
Oh, now we're cooking with gas.
Well, I would have had to pack it deconstructed because he doesn't like anything soggy, which is fine.
The
But
Hawaiian
I
rolls.
know him that well. Want to know how well my husband doesn't know our son? He would have put all that together.
Oh, the thing is, you
Eat it soggy.
would not have had to worry about that because if I had Hawaiian roll meatball sandwiches, they've been eaten before I got to first class to homeroom.
You would have added on the bus. You would have walked in with meatball on your face the first day of school.
And then the cookies would have just been lunch. The cookies would have been my lunch.
Yeah,
then.
exactly. Cookies are lunch.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, so I'm telling my husband, like, okay, like heat up. I made the ramen. You just got to heat it up. It's in the bowl. Pull the thermos. The thermos is sitting out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling this to my husband. He goes, 3 cookies. I'm like, get out of his lunch. Leave him alone.
Interesting text from Joe here from 630 saying, I wish I had those school lunches. And that brings a point to us that you can check in on at 312-591-8300. What was your school lunch? Because I can tell you, when I tell you mine, it's going to stay with you the rest of the day. I think whatever I had, and I didn't have these choices, didn't have options. So.
Sorry, I love my kids.
You should be.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. The key word for another 20 minutes is Mike, M-I-K-E, to 312-591-8300 for a chance at the golden ticket. Mike is the key word. If you already did it, don't do it again. A new one coming up at 8:30. And remember, tomorrow, Ticket Blitz Thursday, it's Riot Fest 3-day passes every hour. 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30. It's pretty damn special, so be with us and win the golden ticket and that. We're talking about school lunches. We were very disappointed, myself and Case, in Kenzie's child, Tristan, who had 2 incredible options for lunch, as Kenzie gives him 3 options. What a mother. And he chose ramen noodles over ham, Hawaiian bread sliders, and meatballs and breadsticks with watermelon, 3 cookies and chips. That was in all 3 options, but we were disappointed with the ramen noodles and Tristan. He'll learn. He's 11. He'll learn.
Yeah.
You got to make these mistakes now.
That's right. We had a lot of people checking in. We asked you what your lunch was. First-time texter said Adderall was my favorite lunch. Thanks for joining the party. First-time
Right.
what are you on the text?
Harley texted in and said my school lunch was air and OJ.
See how privileged he has it?
Oh my God.
Oh, what do you got, Case?
Gigi texted in, first-time texter, welcome to the party. She said, I went to a small Lutheran high school, and they brought in Pizza Hut pizza and breadsticks every day. They also sold fresh-baked cookies for 25 cents every morning. I don't know how I wasn't 700 pounds.
That's not the healthiest school options.
We got a girl on the line from Indiana. Megan's checking in and said her grandma was the head baker for the school district so she could sway in what desserts were made for the school district. Is that
What?
right, Megan?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Welcome in. So how did you sway? What's your favorite dessert? And did you throw that in to get just to get it for you over everybody else?
Well, yeah, okay. So first of all, Monster cookies were the best, and when I was in sixth grade.
Oh, yeah.
They're still good.
Yeah, I like requested Monster cookies as often as I could. But anything, cake, any sort of baked good, like even like the breadsticks she baked for with the spaghetti, it was awesome. Like, it was great.
Well, that's amazing that you had that kind of influence. Did people try to
You're
pay?
like an oligarch
Yeah.
for school.
I know. Oh, yeah. People would put in requests. They'd be like, so we really haven't had that, Jell-O poke cake in a while. Do you think your grandma could whip that up? Like, oh, sure. Sure. Do you want orange or cherry? Like, let me know. I'll put in a good word.
Megan's like a book.
Well, she's
a
like,
bookie.
what's it worth to you?
Yeah. What do you got,
I got
over
this
here?
golden fish.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, the key word for another 9 minutes. This is very important to get done. If you haven't done it yet, is Mike. Text the word Mike, the name Mike, to 312-591-8300. If you haven't done it, if you already did it, don't worry about it. But that gives you a chance to go see Finn Wolfhard at Thalia Hall and qualify for the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year, you walk into. It's the greatest radio prize in history, and you could have it. And we do this every year, and without question, no one gives you this but us, Brian and Kenzie and Q101, every hour, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. Lauren, when she comes in at 10:30, all through her show, and Brian Phillips. So it's all there for you at the bottom of the hour, every hour, a chance at it. Programming note, usually at this time, it's Wednesday. We compile all the funniest headlines, and then we do head-to-head lines. We narrow it down to two, you vote, and you decide what story you break down. Because this lunch conversation has taken off massively, almost shutting down our servers of our text line and our phone lines, that we're going to continue this conversation for a little bit longer before we get to the...
Boy, do people like lunch,
Oh,
huh? Wow.
who knew?
Who knew?
So we're going to bump head-to-head lines to tomorrow at this exact time. At 8:20 on Thursday, we will have head-to-head lines. Give us one more day to find some more funny headlines, too. Because these texts coming in that started in a conversation with Kenzie's son, Tristan, choosing his lunch. Kenzie gave him 3 choices. 2 were outstanding. One was very good as well, but he chose the only very good one, the ramen noodles, over ham sliders on Hawaiian rolls or meatballs and breadsticks paired with watermelon, homemade 3 cookies, and chips. Mm-hmm. Me and Case were stunned, taken aback.
Disappointed, upset, angry, pissed.
Everything Tristan's done in his life at this point has been so on point.
Yes. Nice kid, I thought.
This is the first this is the first hiccup.
He's a real piece of crap.
No, I did make the comment because Brian went to the Cubs game with your husband, Kenzie, and your son earlier this week.
I'm aware.
I made the comment to Brian. I go, I can't believe I've known Kenzie as long as I have, and I've never met her son. And Brian goes, that's not true. You went to a birthday party with him in February, and I completely forgot. Great kid. At least I thought until I heard his lunch options.
Yeah, pretty rough day for him.
Yeah, not good.
Now you're checking in with your lunches to compare and see Kenzie's option of these glorious options she gave her son and what you ate for lunch. And we have a lot coming in here. This is interesting from D in Des Plaines. My parents were divorced, so my dad would just pack whatever fruits we had, and I would end up with a lunch of an apple, an orange, and a banana.
Healthy.
Right, but that's it. Like there's no side. There's
a
no
lot of acid.
Yeah. I just love how she started with my parents were divorced.
Well, because it's like, why is that happening? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she's a first-time texter, by the way, so welcome to the party. D in Des Plaines, we appreciate you. Kenzie, what do you got on the text line?
630 texted in. First-time texter, by the way.
Love that, too.
First day of school lunch is always amazing. Last day of school lunch is half a pack of saltines and a TV guide from 1996.
Oh, boy. Case, what do you got?
Hector checked in from the south side. Lunch was ADHD pills and milk.
Good Lord.
A lot of pills.
Learning a lot about our listeners. Are they over-medicated?
I feel bad for Chauncey because I feel like there's a lot on his shoulders. He goes, I had whatever the cafeteria is selling, and I didn't get breakfast in the morning because I'm a bad planner. And it's like, well, maybe your parents could have helped a little bit.
Don't put that all on yourself, man. It's okay.
You could have had a little bit of help there, I think.
We had Judith check in and said her lunch in school was saltines and Caesar dressing. I wish I was lying.
Oh my God.
So dunking saltines in Caesar dressing.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Now, do you think she was like, that's what I want? Or do you think she had like the divorced dad who's like, look what I bought?
I think her parents were out partying all night. You can answer
They were at
Judith.
9 Inch Nails the entire night?
Yep. There it is. Come on, just give her something. Let's go back to bed, Judith's mom.
Judith's mom.
Tell me who that guy is.
That's her.
What did you channel there? What was that?
That's her dad.
Okay.
And that's why I said, come back to bed, Judith's mom. And then she just throws these saltines on the table and a jar of Caesar dressing.
Let's make another one we won't take care of.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
We're about 120 seconds away from the next keyword for the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year, you walk right into. Like 9 Inch Nails last night and tonight. You'd be going to both if you were the golden ticket winner. Lollapalooza's Riot Fest to Riot Fest, Twisted Christmas. It's insane. It really is. I don't know how we do it. I really don't know how we do it and give that all away. People behind the scenes do really all the work on that one. But we'll give you the keyword in moments on how that happens. So 312-591-8300. We're getting a lot in about the school lunches that you ate in high school. Even people that work here, I'll keep her anonymous, but she says, we went home for lunch. My Greek grandmother always served a full meal. Greek-style pork chops, potatoes, Greek salad, and then we split a can of Schlitz with my sister. That's a
How long did they have for lunch? They only got like 20 minutes.
That sounds like a 4-hour just chill lunch.
Every day?
Went home for lunch, had a can of Schlitz with her sister every day for lunch.
And then you have to go like learn math after
You
that on a
need a
full
nap.
stomach. Oh my God.
Wait, we got this text from Steve. My lunch was wish sandwiches. My dad always said, I bet you wish you had a sandwich.
Oh my God. Funny dude. And that guy is Nate Bargatze today.
Oh my God.
Speaking of beer, we had a text in from Dean, the fire chief, who says, my coworker's wife accidentally sent their young child to school with a can of beer in his lunch bag.
Oh, and what did he become the most popular kid in school?
Can you imagine opening up there's a can of beer? You are. You're a hero. You're a hero if you have that can
You're
of
a
beer.
hero. Just a normal day.
Did you sneak in beer when you had high school lunch, Brian? Did you ever drink at school?
I did. We put it over by the football field and went out there during a lunch break thing. And
During the school day, you would go out on the football field and drink beer?
hell yeah, brother.
Oh
not
my God.
not often, but it was. We just.
Oh,
Mondays,
okay.
Wednesdays, and
So no big deal.
Fridays.
I don't got a problem. Don't look at me like that. Listen, I can stop drinking whatever I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
I spent $100 on beer at 9 Inch Nails last night.
Oh man. So keep texting in on this, but we got a keyword coming your way. There was one more I wanted to read before I got here, which seemed kind of demeaning actually in a way. Graduated from Hancock here in Chicago Public Schools. Typical lunches were sloppy joes and rectangle pizzas. My siblings are incoming seniors right now, and CPS somehow dropped the bar even lower. Lower than sloppy joes and rectangle pizzas? I'm fine with that.
I
love
like
that.
sloppy joes.
I'd love that right now.
Oh, man, I haven't had a sloppy Joe in a minute.
Oh, I'm making those this week, baby. Coming over.
Are you giving them to take that to lunch to school? Because that would kind of fall apart by the time you
I
got to
know
lunch.
that would probably just be for dinner. I mean, unless he wants it deconstructed, he can build it himself. so it doesn't fall
Deconstructed
apart.
sloppy Joe.
That sounds very like something to be in the Bear.
Yeah, deconstructed sloppy Joe playing Riot Fest.
That's
on the third stage.
Behind. I'm cooking the sloppy Joe.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. If you missed the keyword we announced just before the cranberries, we'll give it to you again in 6 minutes for this hour's golden ticket. You can enter every hour, so you need the keyword every hour for a chance at it. And what a last 45 minutes it's been talking about school lunches. It's led into drinking before school in high school. Case is astounded by this, by the way. I don't know if, Kenzie, if you are in your era of, sometimes people drank before school, maybe, where you were at?
I mean, I'm sure there's someone who did it, but it wouldn't be like the norm. We weren't all gathering.
See, my whole squad did, at least once in a while. Again,
That's
I don't have a drink. I
insane.
don't have a drinking problem.
As
I,
you yell at
Ryan.
us.
I can stop anytime I want.
Yeah. You're just doing it for fun, but the problem is you're always having fun.
That's right. Stopping's for quitters.
He's having a good time all the time.
Oh, yeah, brother. Let's
Where's
go.
the line?
Let's go. I mean, I stopped drinking only about 6 hours ago from 9 Inch Nails.
That's good.
That's good to admit publicly.
At your job, you're at work, Brian.
I forgot.
You're on like a top-rated show. People listen to this one.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
On the text line, Eric tucked in, wake up juice, vodka and tonic with lemon juice. Did that a dozen times before first period in high school, or Parrot Bay and orange juice in a Sunkist bottle.
Oh my God, you're just wasted at like 8 a.m.?
And then you got to analyze Catcher in the Rye? I can't imagine.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 will give you the key word again at the end of music entertainment news for this hour, if you haven't texted it in yet, for the golden ticket and a chance to win some qualifying concert ticket prizes. But boy, I got to say right now, as we started this about an hour ago talking about school lunches, and it was a very wholesome place we began with on choosing which lunch it is, and casually mentioned that, you know, I drank before high school a couple times. We'd sneak a six-pack in from the football stadium. We'd hide it there, and I found my people here that have been texting in for the last half hour on,
Boy, did you.
you know, the amazing ways they tried to just, the hunt and the strategy to just drink something alcoholic before high school, just for the fun of it. And boy, people were checking in. In fact, Chad checked in. God, I've never had my stomach roll more than hearing about Mad Dog 2020 this morning. Vomiting like the Exorcist when I was younger, drinking a bottle before high school of the grape. Chad checked in from Valpo on that one. But you had a text come in, Case?
Yeah, I didn't realize we had so many ne'er-dwellers listening, but we do. And Alejandro checked in and said, junior year we had weight training first period, so we'd shotgun 4 Locos before school.
Which people died from that, by the way. Don't do that.
Have a protein bar.
Yeah.
What's it? What do you, like, naturally, that's what we did. Like, a protein shake? Like, I don't, what do you mean naturally? Like, so we had this, we did the 4 Locos.
Gatorade, ever heard of it?
I didn't know what a protein shake was till I was 30. I don't know. You know, these kids, I have bonded more today with our listeners than possibly ever. And Case and Kenzie are
I'm
astounded.
scarred. I can't believe this. I thought maybe like one kid in every high school in the history of the high school had a beer before school. I can't fathom this.
I agree, Case. I did not see it coming where we're the weird ones here, and Brian and I guess everybody else
is normal.
We're the only ones who didn't get drunk before school.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Which makes sense because I didn't have any fun. Maybe that's why.
Neither did I. I famously didn't have friends until I was 17. I should have been drinking.
You should have had a drink.
We really screwed the pooch on this.
Well, I can say as the leader of these people out here that are all texting in.
These people.
That these are my people. I can say this, that it was the hunt and the strategy and the thought of how we're going to get alcohol before school or this weekend that was the fun of it. The hunt was more important than the kill. You know what I mean? And bonding with your friends of how we're going to do this. As your older brother, can he get a fake ID? Very much like
collect stamps or something. What's wrong with
Boo!
you?
Buy a pack of baseball cards.
Boo!
You know about vinyl records? They're awesome.
Nerd! Well, more nostalgia came last night in the form of 9 Inch Nails at the United Center. I was there last night. I'll shout out to UC Eric for helping me get to the floor. And what I got to say right off the bat, it was one of the best concerts I've seen in years. And obviously, we see a lot here at Q101 with Lollapalooza a few weeks ago. And I was floored. I was blown away. It did start with a good feeling that I found my free parking spot around the United Center that I've talked about on the air, but I will not say where it is because I'm afraid they're going to put, if I talk about it more, they're going to put those permit parking signs up by it and they'll disappear. It's about 15 spots that are free in the area. I'm not paying $65 to park. I refuse, and I did. Last night it was 60, at least I saw. Case said at Lincoln Park last week it was 65.
Yes.
Embarrassing. That's a ridiculous price to pay to park, abhorrent. But I got inside, and I got to say there was 2 stages set up. If you're going tonight to the show just to prepare, Trent Reznor is a genius at setting a set list. A lot of people say, I want to hear this song or that song. Opens up just playing acoustic piano. I thought it was going to be some bombastic, explosive opening of 9 Inch Nails. Instead, it was so quiet you could hear a pin drop while Trent played piano for about 3 minutes and right where it belongs. Led slowly into the rest of the band walking on stage, including new member from an old member of the band, Josh Freese, has been playing drums for Foo Fighters, got fired about a month and a half ago, steps in the 9 Inch Nails' old band, and destroyed. And had
That's good. I'm happy for him.
Oh, he was so
I
good,
feel bad
Kenzie.
for him.
Yeah, you don't feel bad for him. He's right where he belongs in 9 Inch Nails. and standing ovations for him.
You make one baby mama joke, and then, you know what I mean?
Allegedly.
We don't know why he was
Allegedly.
fired. We don't know. But then
Allegedly.
then they get to the main stage and open with Wish, which I have up on our social media and our Facebook and Instagram. Check it out. And my own March of the Pigs. You got Closer, kind of a different version, but still awesome on the B stage. And then coming back to finish up with a slam of The Perfect Drug, I'm Afraid of Americans, The Hand That Feeds, Head Like a Hole, and ending with Hurt. So it ended kind of quiet, just like they started. It was just crescendo, like a symphony of alternative rock and nostalgia, and so damn good. He's 60 years old. He looks like he's 20. He was all over the stage. He was an incredible performer, Trent Reznor, and I think you're in for a big treat tonight.
I have a question. You mentioned the song Closer.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up to you for the last 12 hours. This is my chance.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You go with your wife last night, correct?
That's right.
Lovely lady. Big fan. I think she's great.
That's great. You like her.
You guys post a photo on social media. Date night. How cute. We love this band. Yada, yada, yada. On Instagram, on the Instagram story, you have a choice to make where you can add a song to the background of the photo that you're posting.
Yes.
And I noticed that you posted a photo of your wife, and I understand it's their biggest hit, but you did pick the song Closer by 9 Inch Nails for a date night photo of you and your wife.
Yes.
And I guess if for some reason you're hearing this and you're not hip to what those lyrics are, I'll censor them real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the chorus is, I want to F you like an animal. And I think I can say this next line. I want to feel you from the inside.
Yes.
I don't want to see a photo of you and your wife with that song.
Well, I'm sorry if it scarred you.
It did. That's inappropriate. Don't post that.
Well, what song would have been appropriate for you?
Any other song other than the effing like an animal song. I couldn't believe you did that. Did you not feel weird about that?
No, I did it in like 2 seconds. Didn't think about it
But
after that.
that's saying you want to F like an animal. You can't say that out loud.
You just did. And
He didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, Trent said it in his singing,
Yeah,
in his
Trent said
lyrics.
it.
But then you co-signed it, which is worse. You're like a bystander.
See something, say something.
Yeah. If you see effing like an animal, say something.
I mean, don't you think he looked at his wife and probably thought that, though? I was like, I know the song.
Yeah, we're still madly in love after 4 years. You don't know what we do in the bedroom.
I hope it's nothing like the song Closer. For her sake, I hope it's nothing like that song.
No, listen, we were very fired up. She was, very excited as well. We weren't excited about the $17 for High Noon and Neutral Seltzers. They got to do something about that. I want to put that message out there. Please lower the alcohol costs. Everybody was stunned in the grab and go. It's not for the big can. It was a normal size can.
Just be like the kids before high school. Just drink before you go.
Going back to that. I did that at Dave Matthews Band. Took a backpack full of seltzers and slammed them before Dave Matthews Band. But
You should buy a ticket to 9 Inch Nails tonight and have a Mad Dog before you go to 9 Inch Nails.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Mad dog.
Mad Dog, let's go. Or some Boone's Farm if you want to mix it up a little bit. I will say, at this point of my life going to concerts, and during that last stretch of songs, starting with The Perfect Drug, where Josh Freese gets an incredible drum solo in the middle of the song, that's when the pit finally started. There was pits trying to start at the show. And then during that 4 run of great hard songs, the pit really got kind of real. And guys taking their shirts off. Many guys with shirts off. And they start I'm not going to get in this pit anymore at this stage of my life. I learned my lesson when I got my leg bit in the pit at Riot Fest last year for suicidal tendencies.
That's
Yeah,
right,
I'll put that picture up if you want to see it. I'm done with the pits. I did the pits when I was younger. Now I want to enjoy the show. And it started, and my first thought isn't like, hell yeah, let's jump in this pit. My first thought is, boy, they're going to need some Aleve later on. Because everybody's a little older, mostly at a 9 Inch Nails show, and you're a little bit older, and you're not 25 anymore. You can't fall on the floor and bounce back up. Some people hit the floor and did not come back up.
We lost a lot of good men last night.
Lost a lot of good men in the pit. It's okay not to get in the pit going. You don't have to do it.
But if you want to, and everybody around you wants to, you should. It's nice. I sometimes get bummed out, like especially Lollapalooza. There were some heavier bands there, but I felt like everybody was on their phone, and I was like, all right, let's push each other around a little bit. Let's have some fun.
Listen,
let's F like animals, whatever we got to do.
That's the vibe tonight. It should be. And even though I did film a little bit, I got some nice video I'll put up there, more on Q101 social media pages as we go throughout the day, so you can see if you can't get to the show. But listen, if there's a way to get a ticket in aftermarket, I know they're probably super expensive, but it was one of the best shows I've seen in years.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.